Hi, Shell again. Last week we made a nice little lantern with a tea lighter in. This week I thought we'd make a nice nativity card with a multicoloured lantern in. As you can see, this will be lovely and colourful of an evening. I'm going to pop that to one side. To make this project we're going to need a piece of basic black card which is going to measure 8.5 by 5.5. In metric that will be 21.5 by 14, and we're going to need to score this at 4.25, and that will give us our fold. That makes our nice little card. Piece of vellum will then be 5.5 by 4. In metric that's going to be 14 by 10. We need that to stamp our image in a moment. And for the bottom of the card we're going to need this piece, which is 5.5 by 2.5, and we're going to need to score this at 1/2 and 2. So in metric it's going to be 14 by 16, and you're going to score at 1 and 5. That's all our materials done. I'll pop this down here. You're also going to need the stamp set, The Newborn King. This is going to create our nativity scene for our card. And we need a nice block. If you're using the Stampin' Up blocks, this one is actually an E. And I'll prepare that now. Let's pop my stamp on there nicely. That's ready. We're also going to need the Framelit label collection, and I'll just show you this. The one that we're going to use is going to be the third one in from the outer set out inwards. So 1, 2, 3. This is the one we're going to need. We're also going to need a Versamark ink pad, some Stampin' Up embossing powder in silver, and a good old dust buddy. Now to create that card. Oh, I forgot, we need a heat gun and a rough piece of paper. You get a rough piece of paper, a piece of vellum. Try not to get your fingers all over it, and we'll rub our vellum with the dust buddy. This is to stop your embossing powder sticking where you don't want it. Then get our stamp and gently light tap all over your stamp, and then we're going to push that down. You can't really see, but there you might just be able to pick up there is my image on there. I use the whole pot, I don't worry about it. I'd rather have too much on because we can always tip that back in the pot. What we then do is pop that down, give it a light tap and pop it to one side. We're going to clear away our embossing powder. I'll just pop this to one side and we're finished with those. Now, don't burn your fingers. I get the heat gun. It'll take a few minutes to warm up. Hope you can still hear me. And we're going to wait for our image to pop. There, it starts to go. And we just move it all over. Just turn it round. Now you should be able to hear me again. And that's our image. Nicely done. Let's put these few pieces out of the way. What I need to do now is get my card. I need a big shot. And I love my magnetic plate. I wouldn't use Framelit's dies before I got my magnetic plate because they always moved. I'm going going to pop that on there. That's going to make our window for our image. And I'm just going to, don't worry if it cracks and creaks, that's normal for the big shot. It's quite quiet today. I'm going to take my card off of here. We'll pop that away now. I don't need that anymore. Keep this piece. You can make something with that later. So now we have our nice window. So what we need to do now is we're now needing to place our image into here. As you can see, it's just slightly too long. So I'm going to get a pair of scissors and I'm just going to cut a little sliver off each end. So you won't be able to see it in a moment. Now for some magic sticky strip. We need our image to sit nicely in our card. I'm going to put a piece down each side. I'll pop this to one side. I won't worry about these bits too much because they're all going to be inside and you're not going to see them. Got no nails, I can't pick them off today. So now I'm going to take the strippy bits off and hopefully they won't attach themselves to me because like I said before, sticky strip likes to attach itself to you. Take those off. I'm going to get my image and I'm going to place it down. To give that a good rub, and I'm going to look, there's my image sitting nicely in there. Now we need to burnish this piece of card that we did earlier. Burnish that, and we're going to put a piece of sticky strip on each side, because this is going to make the bottom of our card so we can sit our tea lighter in nicely. Just chop that. I'm going to put a piece there. That is then going to create our nice little part. We're going to stick one strip here and one strip there to make that inner piece. When we're happy with that, I'm going to remove my sticky strip. Actually, it'd probably be better if I do it this way. And we're trying to line up our card like so. Once we've got that side on, I'm happy with that. I'm going to pop this side on. We're going to remove this piece of sticky strip and I'm going to place that on there like that. And then I'm going to take my tea lighter from my card that I showed you at the beginning and we're just going to pop it in there, and there now you have your very own nativity card. I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please could you press the like button, and if you'd like to see what I'm going to load up next time, you may need to subscribe. Thank you for watching once again. Bye bye for now.